Assalamu alaikum. So chain reaction, for me, chain reaction is something out of the ordinary you do in an ecosystem that triggers off, a number of, various reactions, consequences. So when I look back at my life, I've been very restless, always seeking excellence. I've been a serial entrepreneur and constantly, creating more, bringing more value, and trying to make a difference. So I do have a very long career, but let me start something from about the time. What I'll be talking about is corporate life and how I coped with the challenges, what were the actions I took, how I pushed the boundaries, and what kind of reaction I got, what was the learning, and how I dealt and prevailed against those challenges. Back in 2013, I was sitting very happy in Lahore. In fact, I have spent most of my time, my career time or my growing up years away from Pakistan in the US and also in the UK. So 2013, I was in Lahore and I was heading cybersecurity department within NetSol. And I thought the way things are going, this will make a bigger difference, bigger dent in the European market, and I can expand and I can grow. So I suggested to my seniors that I would like to go there. We had an office, we still have an office in the UK. So I went there and I started working. Now, the biggest challenge was whatever was there, I kind of disturbed their status quo. They were managers. For them, I'm an outsider. So it was not easy for me to gain recognition. Although I did pretty well, I did not get what I was seeking. There came an opportunity in 2014 when NetSol was giving services to Tesla in Germany. So they said there could be a position you can go and observe and see if you want to be there. So I went to Germany and I liked it. I was just an observer, a senior observer, but still an observer, and there was a managing director and who were dealing with the customers. Again, a new situation. Again, there was a lot of reaction, but this managing director was not bad. He was not intrusive. In fact, he encouraged me. The thing is this, with customers, they were all obviously German, and I started dealing with them. And there came a time I developed a kind of relationship where they were very comfortable with me. And they started talking to me more than the MD. And in the meantime, there were changes in our UK office, which was the head office for Europe. So there was change of leadership, and they wanted to get rid of the current MD. Seeing that the customer is very comfortable with me, I was given the position of managing director. So I was elated, something I wanted, a seniority, more responsibility, and we started working over there. I made more strides into the business within Germany, made more relationships, built more relationships. But now, strange thing happened. The person I was reporting to, the Englishman, he would come and visit, and he started expecting me to step aside and let him take the lead. And when he did that, he didn't get that kind of response that I was getting. So he started feeling insecure. And, we started developing differences. Came a time when I said, no, and in this kind of toxic environment, I can't grow. So I said to the management in 2015, I would like to go back to Lahore. Came back to Lahore. And again, I was offered a new department called Inspire, which was an incubator that was not going anywhere. And my management said, see what you can do with it. I said, fine, I'll try what I can do with that, because being a serial entrepreneur, I was kind of familiar with the ecosystem. But mind you, in 2013, the incubation center ecosystem was not very advanced. So I again started working as not as the senior most, but as a support person. And within a few months, when I onboarded a new team, the guy who was leading, no disrespect, by the way, I don't want to name anybody. It's about my journey. It's not about them. So no disrespect. Again, I was offered the position of the head of that department. So that was another success for me, navigating around all the challenges. Somebody who's had the opportunity for the last 2 years, he couldn't do anything, and I was given that opportunity, and we started growing. I built a very good team. It is very important if you want to make a difference, if you want to go for a bigger cause, then you have to be a people's person. You have to be leader. You can't be a manager or a boss. You have to be one of those people, and you work with them, and you lift them as well, and you create more leaders that way. So that, for me, that is the difference between a leader and a manager and a boss. Leader creates more leaders without feeling insecure. So that was interesting, and we started doing one cohort from after the other. At the same time, there then came NIC, National Incubation System, center system back in 2015, 2016, and came the opportunity of applying for NIC Lahore. So that was a big thing where government would fund us. I mean, at that time, Inspire was funded by NetSol only and nobody else. Here, there was an opportunity that Ministry of IT was supporting it through Ignite. So Ignite was the regulator. We applied for it. And our hard luck, we lost badly. And a very key university in Lahore, they won the RFP. And I was surprised because universities were meant to teach in a very structured way. Universities create good managers, good executives, not necessarily entrepreneurs. In fact, very few entrepreneurs are created by universities. As you would know, the global key entrepreneurs have been mostly dropouts. So that university won that RFP, and I was very disappointed. We tried our best, it didn't work. So you come across failures. What the last thing you want to do is put you down. You need to lift yourself up, you need to lift your team. And there was an opportunity to go within a group to apply for NIC Karachi, which again would have been great. And guess what? This time we won it. We won NIC Karachi. Something else happened. More insecurities within, because it was a consortium. In the end, we had to let it go. People wanted to have it. People didn't want to work in a team. They either wanted their way or they would go to highway, and they did. Again, disappointment. And then we had a tough time. We got back. We started again. And with the learnings, you have to be better than the rest to win anything. And the COVID time came, and we went hybrid, we went online, but we kept on graduating one cohort after the other. Some of them were good success stories as well. Around that time, I went towards philanthropy as well. So why I'm mentioning this, I don't want to show off, but the impact of philanthropy was very, very positive in my life. You got so many blessings and prayers coming your way from the people you don't even know. So for the people who are reluctant, who like to support others, help others, it's a good way. Do try it. And that transformed my life. So what happened after that is this. We, 5 years later, uh, there was the tender opportunity to bid for NIC Aerospace Technology in Rawalpindi. Again, we formed a consortium. Somebody brought that, and they wanted to run the show because I was in Lahore. This was in Rawalpindi. We won that, and it was a great win. NIC for Aerospace Technology. Again, if you work with a team, you have to give and take. And I was very, very flexible, empowering my team, although I was heading it. And as that was going and we were creating more success, NIC Lahore came back again. And NIC Lahore, we bid this time. And against that university, okay, that university is LUMS. And guess what? This time we won. Actually, to the fact that LUMS University was disqualified totally. They were not even considered. They submitted the bid and they were technically wrong. And turned out, the regulators weren't really keen to give them this opportunity again. University being university, they wanted private enterprise. So we won then. At the same time, I got challenges. Now this melodrama starts where there is deceit, there is deception, and the people who were running Rawalpindi, they put me onto a collision course with the regulators. And they were off the line. So obviously, I had to tactfully get rid of them, making sure that I'm not the one who's causing this thing. They are themselves shooting themselves on the foot. So I got rid of them in very, very tactful manner and got the support of Ministry of IT as well. In the meantime, we got NIC Lahore as well. And now I'm handling 2 NICs. And it's a great feeling. The more and more success stories we are creating, and the more happier we are. But there will come time, I'm sure, when I'm going to say, okay, I've done enough. We've come to a saturation point. I need a bigger challenge. In the same time, I also had my health tech startup, Hospital, and time has come for me to reinvent. So really, the learnings throughout my journey, from 2013 to 2025, is you have to stay resilient. You have to push boundaries. If you want to, it's your choice. Whether you want to listen to these stories or create those stories. Many people say, have you read this book, read that book? I said, I've read enough, but now I would like to write my own book. So you have to have that confidence. I'm the one who's going to bring change. I'm going to be the catalyst. So keep that in mind. Chain reaction, do not be wary of chain reaction. Understand your ecosystem. Understand your strengths. Come to such sessions. Listen to the stories that are real life stories that may not be very glamorous to hear, but really there's a lot of learning about resilience, about thinking on your toes, about thinking on an option. End of the day, companies don't do business with companies. People do business with people. So you have to be a people's person. You have to come out of your shell if you're an introverted person. So there is a whole stage for you. You could be here and you ought to promise to yourself, hey, I'm going to be here with this guy standing and I'm going to beat to it. I'm going to have a better story to narrate. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.